Once you're done with your brows, now you can go ahead and apply your foundation. Now, to apply foundation, there are two main tools that you usually use. You either use the brush or you use the beauty blender. If you are the type who wants very full coverage foundation or a very full coverage look, because you may probably have a lot of blemishes, or even if you don't and you just want that full coverage look, I would recommend that you go with a foundation brush. And there are different types of foundation brushes. We have the flat top foundation brush, and we have the paintbrush type foundation brush. That's what I call it, by the way. Now, if you are the type who doesn't often apply makeup, or you don't know too much about makeup and blending might be a problem for you, I will not advise that you go for this foundation brush. This is much easier, very effective. I would advise for you to get at least one flat top foundation brush to apply your foundation. And if you are the type who doesn't need too much makeup, or you just like to apply lightly and look more natural, go for a beauty blender. It tends to absorb a lot of product, so it does not leave so much on your face for coverage. So you take your flat top, a little goes a long way, so 2 pumps is okay. And because it's a matte foundation, you need to apply it in sections. So I'm going to apply on the first half of my face first, and then do another pump for the other half of my face. So you go all over your neck with it.
Hey everyone, thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying the music. Do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to get more music like this.
You realize that with my forehead, most women of color have differentiated regions of their face. My forehead is darker than the rest of my face, and of course when we contour, you realize that we make our foreheads darker and our chins darker than the rest of our face. Yes, so it's something that is natural with a lot of women of color. But if your forehead and your face is even, of course you can go ahead and apply the foundation all over your forehead, but because mine isn't, I apply it in the middle and then finish off the rest of my face. So whatever little that is left on the brush, that is what I apply onto my forehead, just to make it even it out. We're gonna go over the tools for that again. You need your flat top brush, which is what I recommend, or you can use your beauty blender, and then your foundation. After applying your foundation, the next step is to apply your concealer. Now the concealer is supposed to cover up the blemishes that are still showing through the foundation, and mostly also to highlight certain areas of your face. Now when it comes to basic makeup application, I would advise that you just focus on highlighting underneath your eyes, because most of the time it seems dull, and when you highlight it, it makes you look bright and alive and awake. So I'm going to take my LA Girl Pro Concealer again, and the shade I have here is Warm Honey. I don't really have any areas on my face that I want to conceal, so I'm just going to focus on highlighting underneath my eyes. Now you're going to blend this underneath your eye, so I won't advise you applying too much, just a little bit in the corner of your eye. You're going to blend it up, so you don't need so much. And for that, you're going to use your beauty blender. Now what I would advise you to do is to have a separate beauty blender for your foundation and a separate beauty blender for your concealer or highlights, because it's a totally different shade from the foundation that you have. So I have this black for my foundation. I usually use this pink for foundation when I want to apply with foundation, and I use this black for my highlights. But today I didn't use this for the foundation, so I can go ahead and use it
You're enjoying the music.
to apply the highlights, because
And give this video a thumbs up. Also, be sure to subscribe to get more music like this.
after applying that concealer underneath your eyes, you need to set it with your loose powder. And of course, the loose powder that we use to go all over our face in the beginning, remember, is what we are going to use to set underneath our eyes. For that, you can use this angled beauty blender. Just that, and leave it. Basic, very basic. We don't want to do anything complicated. We don't want to do too much. Now we're going to apply our pressed powder all over the rest of our face. I am going to be using the Flawless Ivy Compact Powder. Brush, your powder brush. Just rub it onto it. And dab it onto your face. Now, leaving your
Hey everyone.
loose powder or your highlights underneath your eyes on is what we call baking. It is supposed to settle in and then give it a more vibrant look under that area. So the minute, once you're done and you're ready to dust it off, you realize that that area of your eye looks brighter than the rest of your face. So I'm going to leave it on for a while and do my eyeliner before I come back and rub it off. If you feel it's going to be a problem for you, feel free to rub it off before you do your eyeliner. Now I'm bringing in eyeliner because it's one thing that I never leave out of my makeup, no matter how basic it is, because it actually gives you this very classy look no matter how much little makeup you're wearing. We have different types of eyeliners. We have the pencil eyeliner, we have the liquid eyeliner, and then we have the gel eyeliner. Considering the person who asked me to do this video, who is someone who doesn't know too much about makeup, doesn't wear makeup frequently, doesn't even struggles to even apply, I'm going to go with something that's very simple. I'm going to use the pencil because it's really easy to apply. Yes, so I have this black pencil here that I'm going to use to line my eyes. And I would ask you to desist from tagging your eye. Don't do this. I wouldn't advise you to do that because it increases the chance of you getting wrinkles around your eye.
Be sure to subscribe to get more music like this.
So the final step when it comes to our eyes is mascara. With a mascara, you just gently brush your eyelashes from bottom to top. I also like to do my lower lash. It's something that you can attempt. Just be gentle and make sure that you're touching only the lashes. Now that you're done with that, you come back and you clean underneath your eyes. Now for that one, you can use a fluffy brush which is angled so that it fits, you see how it fits underneath the eye, then just clean it off.
Hey everyone. Thank you for listening. I hope you're enjoying the music. Do me a favor and give this video a thumbs up.
Just to finish everything off,
Be sure to subscribe.
I would ask you to go over everything again with your pressed powder. And if you want some color on your face, of course, do not be afraid to use some blush. I have here the Sleek Blush by 3 Intensely Pigmented Matte and Shimmer Blushes. And forgive me, but they are a little broken, but oh my god, this is terrible. So I'm just going to take one of them. And there you go. I use this orange color. Now, to the lips, I should have done this from the beginning, but forgive me. Before you start applying your makeup, make sure you moisturize your lips to prepare. Before I started with the makeup process, I should have applied this on my lips. Let me show you what I have here. It's the Vaseline Lip Therapy. I've actually finished with the container. It's like empty. Rosy lips. Now we have different types of lipsticks. We have the cream lipsticks and we have the liquid lipsticks. We have the matte, we have the sheer, we have the glossy, etc. Use any according to your preference. If you are the glossy type, go for the glossy. If you are the type who likes matte, go for the matte. Or it could also be according to the state of your lips. If you are the dry lip type, then you can go for more of glossy lipsticks. But if you have normal lips and you would like, you can rock the matte, you can go for that as well. I think when it comes to basic lipsticks, what are the basic shades that we need to have? So always make sure you have a red. This is from Wet n Wild. The nude, I got this from Colorbox Cosmetics. A pink, this is also from Wet n Wild. And a dark brownish, which I don't have here at the moment. And then make sure you have some regular lip gloss, which you can apply on top, just to make it simpler and not complicated and make you feel like you have to buy every single color. And before you apply the lipstick, make sure you clean off the moisturizer.
Hey everyone.
So for your lips, what you need is the shade of the lipstick that you want to wear and your lip liner.
Be sure to subscribe to get more music like this.
For the lip liner, I mean, if you are preparing your basic kit, for the lip liner, I would advise you to go for a shade that can go with almost every color, and is usually dark brown color. You can go in the final, and I guess the most favorite part of makeup for me is the lipstick application. Right, you can leave it like this looking matte, or you can go ahead and apply some lip gloss. Now after all that has been done, realize that makeup application doesn't just end there. Another important part is how to ensure that your makeup stays throughout the day without smearing. One thing that helps that is a setting spray. You just hold this a few inches away from your face and just spray it all over your face. So thank you so much guys for taking time to watch this. If you have any questions, feel free to put it in the comment section below, and don't forget to like, subscribe and share. I hope you enjoyed and you found it useful. Cheers.